So it's October, Halloween season, so that means more horror movies for my October Horror-Thon. So how about Christine? Now this is labeled as John Carpenter's Christine, which of course it is, and it even says right here, Carpenter's best since Halloween. This is 1983, so I think that's a false statement right there, because The Thing came out in 1980 and was far superior to this. However, Christine is a pretty good movie. It is actually based on a Stephen King novel of the same name, and it's about a car that is possessed or sentient, that has a murderous streak and a vengeful streak. It's a little weird, but it's a fun movie, and it's interesting, and it's kind of creepy in some points. Not overtly. I mean, like, how scary is a car that drives itself? I mean, we already have those. As far as I can tell, the car, although sentient, can drive itself and can actually like repair itself and kill people. It's not like it's possessed by a ghost or anything like that, because at the very beginning of the movie they show the car coming down the assembly line just getting completed, and there's some guy with his hands under the hood inspecting or something like that, and the hood slams down on the guy's arm and injures him. Then another guy is like smoking a cigar inside this brand new car before it even comes off the assembly line. They find him dead in the car, so the car murdered him. Yeah, murderous car. That's what it's all about. Well, it's actually about Arnie, our teenage protagonist here, portrayed by Keith Gordon. He's like super nerdy guy. He's even got the horn rim glasses with the tape in the middle of it. And like, he's this big nerd, but he's got like this jock football friend. He's constantly bullied at school, but his friend looks out for him. Like, a huge turnaround in this guy's character when he decides that he wants to buy this car, Christine, that he sees off the side of the road. It has a for sale sign on it, and it's this like beautiful old, or at least he thinks it's this beautiful old Plymouth Fury. I believe it's a 1958 Plymouth Fury. And Arnie just thinks the world of this car, even though his friend says, man, that's a piece of junk, why would you want that old car? But he can get it like super cheap from the guy, or he's willing to pay even more. He's just that obsessed. As soon as he sees this car, he's obsessed with it. Anyway, so Arnie buys the car. His parents won't let him keep it in their driveway, so he has to take it to a garage, fix it up, and store it there. Arnie turns around once Christine is being repaired, and the car influences him, gives him more confidence, and kind of changes his personality. It turns him into like a real asshole. He looks like a greaser now, and he's like got the prettiest girlfriend from school, and basically Christine helps him take revenge on all the bullies and like kill them and stuff like that. Bullies that actually like destroy Christine at one point and vandalize the car and just damage it beyond repair, but it repairs itself, and they all end up dead. So yeah, then there's a cop after Arnie, and Arnie's friend from the beginning that told him not to buy the car is kind of looking out for Arnie as well, and worries that he's gone down to the dark side or whatever. There really isn't a whole lot of like gore and stuff in this movie. I guess there is, but it's people getting hit by cars or blown up. There's a lot of explosions in this. Yeah, it's a little bit suspenseful. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of interesting to see how Arnie ends up, and how this whole story is resolved, which it kind of is and kind of isn't in the end. Yeah, I think you should watch this. I mean, the novel, Christine, was a huge success. I don't think that beyond this being based on that novel, I don't think John Carpenter really collaborated with Stephen King very much to make this movie. I don't know. Either way, I was entertained. See, I like John Carpenter. I think his movies are different, and they're weird enough, and they are usually original enough to be highly entertaining. Now, of course, he didn't write this, but the way that the cinematography is and the way that it's shot, it's creepy, and it gives it that weird, off-putting atmosphere with a sinister undertone through the entire thing, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I recommend this movie. Yeah, it's not a perfect movie. It has a few flaws. I think the concept is really good of this, even though originally I thought it was kind of dumb. But yeah, going back and watching this, like, I think I saw it probably in the mid-'80s sometime. Watching it now, I was like, well, you know, I appreciated it for different reasons. So it's not super scary. It's not super gory. You know, there's suspense in there. It's not overwhelmingly horrifying. It's very sinister. Let's leave it at that. So I would go ahead and give Christine a B-. It's a good movie. It's got a few flaws, but overall does the job, tells a creepy story, and we get on with our lives. It's a well-made, well-crafted movie by John Carpenter from a solid story by Stephen King. And so it gets my thumbs up and a B-. So stay tuned for the next October Horror-Thon installment. I promise it'll be a scary time. So till then, have a good one, everybody.